Hi, I am Life Coach Patricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, get delivered, and we are free, where we know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine power. That is who God created us to be. And so, in today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too. And so, usually, when we hear of people speaking of having your cake and eating it too, it's spoken of in a negative connotation, as if a person is being selfish, as if a person just wants the whole thing. You give them a little, they want this, that, and the other. And many a times, unfortunately, it is in a negative sense. It is spoken of or being done in a selfish way where you're not considering others. But I want to speak of it in terms of in a positive way, in a positive connotation. You can have your cake and eat it too. What's the point of having a cake if you can't eat it? Don't we get cake? Don't we buy cake? Don't we bake cakes to eat it? You can have your cake and eat it too. And so, what do I mean by you can have your cake and eat it too? We have heard people say you can't have it all. My question is, why not? You can have all that you want. You can have all that you desire. You can have all that you dream of. You can have all that God has promised to you. You can have all that you have envisioned. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too. So, this is the thing. Maybe some people want to have the career, have the family, have the social life, have the, whatever. And that's usually the norm of when people say they want it all. That's the norm. That's what's very common, should I say. Wanting the family, wanting the career, and wanting the social life, possibly, and whatever else it is that they want. What makes people think that they can't have it all? Like they have to choose one over the other. Why can't you have it all? Sometimes people want to do several different things in life. We can call it having several careers or running several businesses or doing several different professions, whatever it is. Why is it that we think or people think that they can't do all of those things? Because society has taught them that they can't have it all, that they can't do. I wouldn't say they can't do everything because you really can't do everything, but you can do everything that you want to do. You absolutely can. You can have several businesses. People do it. Some people try to emphasize to just stick to one thing. Just stick to one thing. Only do one thing and master that. Be a master at that, and that's it. And that's not really true for many people because many people have burning desires to do different things. Many people have several different things that they're passionate about, and they absolutely should pursue them and do them. Now, the thing about that is there is a balance and an order and strategy in how you carry that out. That is the key. Now, before I go into that, I kind of want to speak on those who want to have the career, the family. Why do they think that's a problem? Well, the number one reason why they think that's a problem and they can't have it all is because of, again, balance. Having a relationship and having a career, and sometimes the demand that your career or your business life demands of you, the demands of it, and sometimes they feel that it takes away from their relationship. They're not giving the time and energy into their relationship because they're so focused on their career and their relationship. Well, again, if that's what you want, you can have that. The key to that, again, is having balance. The key to that is working with your partner and working your career and working it in a way where everything is balanced out, where there is some kind of agreement and understanding. And most of all, that you align with the very thing that you want. Meaning you have to be on a higher vibrational frequency. You have to align with the fact that you want the career and you want the relationship. And you have to align with the harmony of that, which means you have to be in harmony with that. And you cannot be in harmony with that or in alignment with that if you're thinking that you can't have that, or if you're anxious about it being a problem, or if you think that it's causing, if you have underlying beliefs that you can't have it all, that it's impossible, or if a problem arises in your relationship due to the demand of your business or career, whatever it is, that you become disaligned with the harmony that you want to have in those two things because you want to have both. Yet again, you just need to be balanced. But just because a problem arises doesn't mean that you have to focus in on the problem. It just means you need to go straight to solution and come up with something that works so that you can have harmony in all those things. And in this case, career and relationship, marriage, whatever it may be. You have to just do whatever it takes, put the work in to balance it out so that you can have what you want and what you desire. And you have to be, this is another key, in relationship with someone who's in harmony with what that is that you want. And also, you have to be in harmony with what it is that they want. In many ways, that means you have to be equally yoked. You have to be on the same wavelength. You have to have a common understanding. There has to be a common ground that you both are in agreement with, in alignment with, and working towards, choosing together. And so, again, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have all that you want. If you want to have several businesses, yeah, the truth is, no, you don't want to be all over the place doing several things at one time, especially in the beginning stages of any business, because you want to build one and get that good and going. And many a times, depending on the nature of the business, you begin to delegate many responsibilities to others. If not in the beginning, at some point, so that you can then move on to build on something else. Many millionaires and billionaires and successful business owners that are very wealthy, in fact, have several businesses. Some that are well known may be well known for one thing that really put them on the map in a big, huge way, but they have other things going on as well that we just may not hear about so much. But the point is, you can do other things. You just have to make sure you have balance. You just have to know when it's time to strike for that new thing. You have to just, again, be in harmony, be in alignment. And that's the best way to be able to have those things that you want. All those businesses, several businesses, in a relationship. Marriage, harmonious marriage. Let's be clear, because we don't want any kind of marriage here. Again, you have to be in alignment with that. If this is what you desire and this is what's kind of beating at your heart and in your spirit, be in alignment with it, align with it, come in agreement with it, and you will actually attract that very thing. You will attract all of those things. You will begin to take the inspired actions that are needed, and all those things will come together. And again, if something arises, some kind of problem that you need to tend to, whether it be in your business or your relationship, just deal with it, resolve it, and keep moving. In life, we have problems. We call them problems, but I would like to call them opportunities, challenges, even. Those are just opportunities for growth. Because it's not really what happens to us, it's the way we respond to them. And when we respond to them in the proper way, and sometimes that takes time, but that's growth. You learn, you improve. And so the more you learn and improve and elevate and raise your consciousness, elevate your mind and your spirit, the better you get at handling anything in your life. The better you get to responding at anything that is I'm going to call it a perceived problem in your life. And so the more you're doing it, the more you're in alignment with those things that you desire, the more you are in alignment and in agreement with what it is that you're working towards, what it is that you're building, whatever it is. As you build and become more and more in alignment with, I'm gonna say, who you are, who God is in you, who you are in God, and be more in alignment with God, you can align better with all those things that you desire. And really, you can't do it successfully without that, you know. But we just assume that that's that's already in place. So anyhow, you can have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. I have a thing where I it's funny because I'm going through a thing where there's so many things that I'm working on, so many things that I want to do, so many things that are lined up that I haven't even started on yet. But I have the attitude and the faith that I'm going to do them. And some of these things involve certifications, licenses, different things, different, maybe even degrees. And I have quite a few already, quite a few degrees, certifications, and licenses in different areas. And the thing is, I had a moment of how I'm going to do all this. But the thing is, it hit me right away. You will, because this is it. You can manage your life and structure your life in such a way where you, again, first of all, you can build businesses around something that you're passionate about. And if you are a person, as I'm speaking of me, right now and my personal, what I'm going through, I plan to travel and do different things in the business that I'm walking in, that I'm working on right now. And so certain things, it's kind of like, how am I going to do that and do these things that I want to get these degrees and certifications in? It's the way to do it. When I'm at home, it's something that I can tap into. And when I'm traveling, that's what I'm doing. And when I hit home base, I could tap into it, but I would have employees and management. It would be built. It would be a built business, just like any of these any owner of a business. How many owners of businesses is at their business every day? Not many. Some are mainly small businesses. They tend to be at their business that they own on a more of a regular basis. However, you don't have to be. If you're someone who looking to do several businesses, the whole point that I'm making is that you align with that. You align with that very thing. And what I did was ask the question, how am I going to do all of this? And the answer came to me immediately. It immediately showed me like this. When you're at home, you can, but you're going to build to where it's going to be a running business where other people are responsible for keeping it running and going. Management, president, co-president, those kind of things. How do corporations and companies run? How are they structured? That's how you're going to do it. And again, I don't have to be there all the time. When I'm traveling, I could be traveling. When I'm home, whatever I decide I want to do, go, explore or do some of, get in and get some in because it's something obviously that I like, that I'm passionate about. But the point is, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Again, you have to just have balance and you have to be in alignment with that very thing. Now, it's also important, which goes along with alignment and being in harmony with, you have to be listening and being led by God. So you have to allow God to direct your footsteps. You have to be in communion. You have to be like intertwined for this to carry out harmoniously, I'll say. Because many people do these things. They have all of these things going on, but sometimes there's no harmony in their stuff or in their life or within their own being. So the way that you do this harmoniously is to just make sure you're in alignment with God, you're in communion with God, and you're getting your instructions and being led by God. And so you can't fail when God is leading you. You cannot fail. And I want to just say this as a bonus. You don't have all these passions, ideas, visions, and dreams beating at your heart and in your spirit and in your mind for no reason. When we get these ideas, these divine ideas, these divine passion, these drives that are divine, because that's what they are when they are. I'm not talking about ego, and that's a whole nother video. When we get these things, these are directly from God. And I'm saying that to say God wouldn't give it to us if we couldn't do it. But we need His help, His instruction. We have to follow His lead to get it done. And balance, which He helps us with. So you can have your cake and you can eat it too. Please do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. You can also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker and on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and the number 9. And so you all, that's all I got for you today. And that's my time. So I'm out. Peace.